So hi everyone, welcome to our Microsoft Q&A session regarding the introduction of Microsoft Cloud Services. I'm Joel, the Programs Manager at Charity Digital, and I'll be your host for today's session. I thought it would be good to start with a bit of context about our mission for those who don't know. So Charity Digital are a charity that helps other charities increase their impact by becoming more digital. We have two primary charitable activities: providing access to the software products charities need at dramatically reduced prices, publishing content, articles, podcasts, videos, etc., and running webinars and events like today that educate charity professionals and volunteers on how to make better use of digital tools and technologies. Today, I have a short presentation regarding some upcoming changes to our Microsoft Cloud program and the introduction of TechSoup Cloud Services. I'd like to introduce you to my colleagues, Alice and James, who will be helping me today. Over to you.
Hi there, everybody. My name's Alice Roche. I'm the Head of Operations here at Charity Digital. So I look after the relationship we have with TechSoup, who are our partners. TechSoup are the people that we get access to the donation and discounted products through. So yeah, that's kind of what I do here and look after our customer service, helping charities place orders and get access to our offers.
And I'm James, I'm the e-commerce manager here at Charity Digital, and I manage the exchange platform that hosts all of our products.
Thank you both. Wonderful intros as usual. So before we begin, we want to remind you that this webinar will be recorded. The recording, slides, and supporting resources will be made available to you over the next coming days. So keep an eye on that inbox, including the junk folder, just in case. And if you have any questions that you'd like answered, please pop it in the chat box, and we'll get to it after the presentation. Once the session ends, you'll be prompted for feedback. We'd love to hear your thoughts on how we can continue to help your organization. So please take a few minutes to share your thoughts. So without further ado, I'll proceed with the presentation. So before I go into the main topic today, it's important to understand the history of Charity Digital and our partners at TechSoup for what has led to the upcoming changes. In April 2022, the Microsoft donation program on the Charity Digital Exchange catalog was drastically changed. Popular on-premise desktop donation products, such as Microsoft Office and server products, were removed to align with Microsoft's long-term strategy of helping charities and non-profit organizations globally with a focus on their cloud products. For over 14 years, UK charities have been able to purchase heavily discounted Microsoft products from Charity Digital Exchange via the TechSoup Global Partner Network. The sale of these Microsoft products have allowed Charity Digital to provide both a sustainable service and grow to provide more impact in the UK charity sector. Charity Digital has grown from being a software reseller to providing services and content. We provide free content in the forms of webinars, podcasts, and articles. We also hold regular events, both digital and in person, which have sessions, workshops, exhibitions, and networking opportunities. The content can also range from strategy and fundraising, marketing and marketing relating tools, cybersecurity, and also wider topics as well, such as climate action. Charity Digital also continues to provide discounted and donated software and service options too. With the reduction in heavily discounted Microsoft on-premise products, charities across the UK have moved from an on-premise Microsoft solution to a Microsoft cloud-based solution, with Charity Digital helping many organizations make this change. However, to remain sustainable after the dramatic change to the Microsoft donation program, our partners at TechSoup have implemented a new service to its global Microsoft Cloud customer base. Next slide. At the end of March this year, the following, sorry, that was regards to the previous slide there. We'll return to that later. So at the end of March this year, the following 365 subscription types will incur a service fee: Microsoft 365 Business Basic, Microsoft 365 Business Premium, Office 365 E1, and you may see the term granted there. So that's the terminology used to describe free licenses. So when you hear the term granted going on, we'll be referring to what's commonly known as free licenses. We've reached an agreement with our partners that the cost will be 85 pence per user per month, equaling £10.20 per user per year, excluding the VAT. The subscription types listed here all incur the same service charge. For organisations with existing subscriptions, like yourselves, who are joining us today, the fee will come into effect on the year anniversary of your subscription. So just a few examples there for you. So if your subscription started in, say, November 2022, then the fee will come into place in November 2023 this year. Another example is if your subscription started in May 2019, then the fee will come into place in May 2023, as this is considered the year anniversary. At Charity Digital, we want to be as transparent as possible with these upcoming changes. We need to ensure the sustainability of Charity Digital, as well as our partners at TechSoup, to continue to support the global nonprofit sector. To date, Charity Digital has enabled over 77,000 UK charities to save in excess of 284 million on technology investments. The introduction of this cloud service will help us continue to help the sector, and this slide shows your options. So option 1, you can cancel your licenses with Charity Digital and obtain your licenses directly via Microsoft. Currently, Microsoft do not charge a fee for the subscription types that we have discussed today. We understand that with the cost of living crisis, the recovery from the COVID pandemic, of course, this is a very realistic option for our user base. If you do decide to take this option, please remember that we won't be able to provide any support with your 365 queries. Any queries that you do have with subscriptions directly with Microsoft will need to be made directly with Microsoft, as it's they who are provisioning your licenses. Option 2, you can continue with the licenses and subscribe to the Microsoft Cloud Support Services, where you will gain access to exclusive content and self-learning tools from our partners at TechSoup, as well as continue to support Charity Digital with your funds. The third option is a combination. So there's another option where you can simply obtain the granted licenses from Microsoft to keep your costs low, but you can obtain your paid subscriptions via Charity Digital Exchange. So this will allow you to keep your costs low by not paying a service fee for your subscriptions, but also you can access paid subscriptions via Charity Digital, which in most cases have an additional discount, as well as access to Microsoft Cloud Support Services. With this option, we'll only be able to assist you with queries regarding the licenses you have obtained via Charity Digital. You would still need to go to Microsoft directly for support requests on your granted subscriptions. So our partners wanted to ensure that our user base were not simply paying a service fee for granted licenses without giving back. By subscribing to the Microsoft Cloud Services, your organization will have access to exclusive content. This will be in the form of a newsletter. We understand this is currently quarterly, but could be moving monthly. You will gain access to various self-training resources to help you get the most out of your Microsoft Cloud subscriptions. You can also book consultations via our website to help determine the right Microsoft Cloud solution for your organization. And we will also continue to assist with adding or removing licenses when required. We can go through your upgrade and downgrade options. We can also help with your add-on Windows Defender or Teams Voice, for example. And we can also help you manage your payment options. So that's changing your payment methods and how often and whenever it suits your organization. So thank you for bearing with that, the presentation. We now open up the room for questions. Just going to take it back a couple of slides to probably the important point here, which is, oh, just missed it here. Okay. Anything come through so far?
take a look. I know that we don't have as many people on this webinar. It's our second of the series of this type. So I think we've got a few less attendees than we did the previous one. So I'll just check the chat box, but I don't think so. Is there anyone on this call now that has any questions?
If you need any further clarity on what I've gone through today, just let me know.
No, I don't think anything's come through.
Okay, well.
Must have been, well, it's not like our other session where there was lots of questions. It must be because you explained it so well, Joel.
I hope so. Sure. Well, okay. Went a bit too ahead of the game there. So, I mean, if there are any questions that you think of later, obviously you can contact us directly. You have our customer service inbox as well, where we're all very knowledgeable about 365. You can also book a consultation with myself as well, which you can do via our website, and I'm more than happy to discuss your solution options or go through what I've gone through today and a little bit more further clarity if you need it. That's no problem at all.
Excellent.